Good morning, or whatever time of day it is that you're listening to this. I have here a manual, happens to be for my printer, and I bet if I read this whole thing through, every word, I'd probably know how to use a few more things on it. But anyway, generally we get a manual with everything that we buy, all these new machines and new things, so that we can take advantage of all its possibilities. And of course, here's the manual for living, because God is the one who made us. And so he has given us a manual to show us how to fully enjoy life and to have the abundant life. Now, part of this manual is the book of Proverbs. Now, it's interesting that the Bible has so many different genres of writings. It has history, and it's got the Torah, of course, the law, and it's got what we call wisdom literature. And then, of course, you've got the New Testament, which is history again, and instructions on how to live and how to enjoy life to its fullest. All right, so Solomon is credited with Proverbs for the most part. The Bible tells us that he spoke 3,000 proverbs. These are short, pithy, wise sayings that are generally true. It's a generalization. Okay, and so he spoke 3,000. He also collected and edited Proverbs. And so the book of Proverbs that we have now in our Bible has 800 of his Proverbs in it. And then there are Proverbs from other people also, like I say, he collected, and others were added. And so these writings that we have and have the privilege of reading today come from between 971 and 686 BC. The wisdom books. So what I want to do right now in a few minutes here is to read from the New Living Translation of the Bible, which is a paraphrase, okay, but it is a little helpful sometimes and for us to help to understand a little better. So I'm going to read it in this easy to read English, and just so that we can gain a little wisdom from those years ago, because you see, human nature hasn't changed. We are what we are, and we still need God, and there are still wise ways to live in contrast to foolish ways to live. Okay, so anyway, here we go. Chapter 1. These are the Proverbs of Solomon, David's son, king of Israel. Their purpose is to teach people wisdom and discipline, to help them understand the insights of the wise. Their purpose is to teach people to live disciplined and successful lives, to help them do what is right, just, and fair. These proverbs will give insight to the simple, knowledge and discernment to the young. Let the wise listen to these proverbs and become even wiser. Let those with understanding receive guidance. By exploring the meaning in these proverbs and parables, the words of the wise and their riddles. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of true knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. Here is a father's exhortation. This is Solomon that's penning these words way back almost 1000 BC. My child, listen when your father corrects you. Don't neglect your mother's instruction. What you learn from them will crown you with grace and be a chain of honor around your neck. My child, if sinners entice you, turn your back on them. They may say, "Come and join us. Let's hide and kill someone. Just for fun, let's ambush the innocent. Let's swallow them alive like the grave. Let's swallow them whole like those who go down to the pit of death. Think of the great things we'll get. We'll fill our houses with all the stuff we take. Come, throw your lot with us. We'll all share the loot." My child, don't go along with them. Stay far away from their paths. They rush to commit evil deeds. They hurry to commit murder. If a bird sees a trap being set, it knows to stay away. But these people set an ambush for themselves. They are trying to get themselves killed. Such is the fate of all who are greedy for money. It robs them of life. And now I come to one of my favorite parts, and it is wisdom personified. Wisdom shouts in the streets. Listen to this. Wisdom shouts in the streets. She cries out in the public square. She calls to the crowds along the main street, to those gathered in front of the city gate. How long, you simpletons, will you insist on being simple-minded? How long will you mockers relish your mocking? How long will you fools hate knowledge? Come and listen to my counsel. I'll share my heart with you and make you wise. I called you so often, but you wouldn't come. I reached out to you, but you paid no attention. You ignored my advice and rejected the correction I offered. So I will laugh when you are in trouble. I will mock you when disaster overtakes you, when calamity overtakes you like a storm, when disaster engulfs you like a cyclone, and anguish and distress overwhelm you. When they cry for help, I'll not answer. Though they anxiously search for me, they will not find me. For they hated knowledge and chose not to fear the Lord. They rejected my advice and paid no attention when I corrected them. Therefore, they must eat the bitter fruit of living their own way, choking on their own schemes. For simpletons turn away from me to death. Fools are destroyed by their own complacency, but all who listen to me will live in peace, untroubled by fear or alarm. And that was wisdom speaking. I just thought you might enjoy that today. God bless you and have a great day. Walk in wisdom. Be wise. Goodbye.